Okay, everybody say hi, Molly, Jalen, and Libby. Hi. They're so quiet about it. Okay, so here we go. This is the second half of 7-2, and we talked about adding and subtracting. Yesterday, we just did finding the least common multiple, okay? So you guys have some stuff written down for A and B on example 2, but I erased everything, so we're going to go back through, just kind of refresh your brain on what we did yesterday, and then we're going to move on to what we do now. So the first thing when you're adding and subtracting, you need to find a common denominator, which is the least common multiple, okay? So what I do is I set up and I get my fraction bars ready to go, what we're converting it to, okay? So looking at 2x and looking at 5x, okay? This guy is not trapped, we said yesterday. So we're just looking at the 2 and the 5, okay? What number does 2 and 5 both go into? 10. So I write 10 and I write 10. How many x's do you need?
1.
Just 1, all right? So looking at this, does 2x go into 10x?
Yes.
Yes. What do you have to multiply the 2x by to get 10x? 5. Ooh, I'm erasing. We have to multiply by 5. Okay. Does 5x go into 10x? Yes. What do you have to multiply by? 2. Okay. So we're at this point, yeah? All right. Now, this is where you guys pick up your pencils and get going. We need to, the very next step, after we've identified what he needs to be multiplied by, you multiply the top by that number. So 3y is what we had on the top. We need to multiply him by 5. We have to multiply him by 5, okay? Now the 2z that was on the top here, what do we multiply him by? 2, because he needs a 2, right? What we have over here needs, that's what we have to multiply by, okay? And then all we do is simplify and put stuff together. So 3y times 5 is 15y, okay? On the bottom is 10x. He just stays 10x, okay? What's 2z times 2? 4z. And on the bottom, 10x, okay? And then all I do is my bottom, you guys remember from adding fractions together, 10x and 10x. That bottom stays 10x, right? We don't make it 20x or anything like that. 10x is what he stays. But then I look at the top pieces, 5y plus 4z. Can you put those two together?
Yeah.
One's a y and one's a z. So what do you put? What do you write? 15y plus 4z. That's all you do. Right? Exactly. That's all you can do because you can't add those together. One's a y and one's a z. You just put them like that. Okay? Fairly easy, right? I told that to the 5th period and they're like, really? That's it? Like, you were making this sound way harder than it was. Okay? Now, if that seemed pretty easy, that was for not trapped things, okay? It might be slightly harder for things that are trapped, which is this guy over here. So put that he is trapped. And you guys have stuff written down for this already, but help me here. What's the first thing that we do when we have trapped stuff?
Break them down.
Break them down. So,
blank over x minus 1, x minus 3, x plus
okay, so, hold on. We want to multiply to get 3, add to get negative 4. Hold on. Multiply to get 3, add to get negative 4.
x minus 1.
X minus 3, x minus 1. I don't remember what you wrote first. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
1 first, 3 second.
Okay, that's fine. What do you multiply to get 6, add to get 5?
Negative 1 positive 6.
Negative 1 positive 6. Okay, so there's that. All right, so for your denominator, here's your two pieces. We need to have an x minus 3. So I put that down. We have to have an x minus 1. And we have to have an x minus 1, but we already have that. And we have to have an x plus 6, yeah? So there's those 3 pieces. All right? Now, does this guy fit into there? Does the x minus 3 and x minus 1 fit into this thing down here? Yes. What does he not have that he needs? He doesn't have an x plus 6, right? Okay. Now, let's do the same thing for the bottom. So this guy becomes same thing down here. We have the 3 pieces.
1, x minus 3, x plus 6.
Yeah, you guys wrote them in a different order than I did. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. Now, this guy right here, what does he not have that he needs from down here? He needs an x minus 3. Okay, good. Now, you guys pick up your pencil. This is where you come back into... let's get... Oh, there we go. Okay, so... oh, come on. Erase. Okay, so, here we go. This x plus 6, this is what he's missing. Okay, this is where you guys join back in. What do we do with the x plus 6? Multiply it by the top, which is... 4. So I take 4 and I multiply him by x plus 6, yeah? 4 times x plus 6. Okay, this one over here on the right side, this is, well, his top was x, and I multiply him by x minus 3. There's that. Okay, good. So now I'm going to simplify my tops. And x minus 3, x minus 1, x plus 6, and x minus 3, x plus x minus 1, x plus 6. That gets rewritten on the bottom. Okay, this top part, I'm going to switch to a different color. 4 times x, 4 times 6. We distribute that through, that becomes 4x plus 24. Okay, now same thing with this one, but we're distributing x through. So x times x, and x times negative 3. Negative 3x. Okay? Now, the more you do this, you can skip some steps. Okay? The more you do this, you can skip some steps. Like, it's a lot of work for me to rewrite these bottoms every time. So if you want to skip that and just like kind of simplify the top, that's fine. This top part, in the last step, we just need to combine all of those and put them in order. So those 4 pieces that are on the top, which one comes first?
X squared.
X squared. And then 4x and minus 3x.
X plus
4 minus 3 is 1, so plus x plus 1x, and then plus 24.
Mm-hmm.
And then the stuff on the bottom is those 3 pieces. X minus 3, x minus 1, x plus 6. Yeah? Good? Now, the 5th period class said, wait a second, isn't that top a trinomial? Can't you break this guy down?
Mm-hmm.
What can you multiply to get 24, but when you add them, give you 1?
Whoa, Luke, I thought you were sick.
I am.
Multiply to get 24, add to get 1. There is nothing. That's why we leave it like this. Okay? Right? So we're just going to leave it like that. All right? So the 5th period class wanted to break that top down again, but you can't break it down again. So we're just going to leave it like that. Yeah? Okay? So this is what he looks like. All right? It's the same process as what you're doing over here. This one might be a little uglier. And you guys can skip some steps. So look at my first step where we wrote here versus this step. I rewrote all of the bottoms. If you don't want to rewrite all of the bottoms each time, just save that for the last piece right here where you write the bottoms. Okay? So you can kind of skip some of those steps. But when you're doing this on your homework assignment, you need to make sure that you show your work. Okay? At least that part of it. Okay? All right, so this one, the difference between the one that we just did and this one is that there is a,
Greatest common factor.
there's a minus sign in there. There's a minus sign in there, okay? So we're going to do that.
Does that mean you have to divide or something?
No. It's just you need to pay attention to the minus because the minus gets distributed through. So we'll talk about that here in a second, okay? So minus sign. So everything stays the same. You're still adding and subtracting. We still need to find a common denominator. But trapped or not trapped? Trapped. So what's the first thing that we do? Break it apart. So look at this piece down here on the bottom. And we want to break them into pieces. So what can you multiply to get negative 6, but when you add them, give you negative 1?
Negative 3 positive 2.
X minus 3, x plus 2. That will work. Right? Check it. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. Perfect. Okay, now looking at this other bottom part, 5x plus 10. What can you do with that?
Pull out the 5.
Yeah, this is a greatest common factor. Pull a 5 out. Okay, if you pull 5 out, what's left?
X plus 2.
X plus 2. Okay, now I need to decide my least common multiple. So I just always do this. I do the 2 pieces. I set it up like this every single time. 2 pieces minus in the middle. And then I write out what my bottom needs to be. Okay, so looking through here, I see an x minus 3, so I know that has to be in my bottom, right? What else has to be in your bottom?
X plus 2 and 5.
X plus 2. That covers this guy. And I need a 5. I usually put the 5 out in the front. Can we do it that way? Right? Even though he comes last, we'll put him out in front. And I need an x plus 2, but he's already there, so I don't need to write it twice, okay? So both of my bottoms are going to look like that, right? Both of my bottoms are. Okay, both of your bottoms are going to look like that, okay?
Are you going to eat it?
And now what? What do we do next?
You do the top.
You do the top. So let's compare real quick. We have an x minus 3 and we have an x plus 2. So what does he not have down here that he will need?
The 5.
He will need a 5, so I'm going to put a 5 off to the side over here, okay? The top was x minus 1, and he needs to have a 5. So we're going to multiply him by 5. Okay? Now let's compare this one. 5 times x plus 2, what does he not have that he will need? He needs an x minus 3, okay? So the top was originally 4, and he will need an x minus 3. So we're just putting those guys together. It's just these two multiplied together
No laughing.
and these two multiplied together. Okay, on the tops, there you go. All right, now what? Now what? Distribute the 5 through. Let's distribute the 5 through. Okay, so on the top,
Minus 5.
what?
5x minus
5x minus 5. Okay, now everybody watch. Everybody watch. When you're doing minus, when you're subtracting, here's what I want you to do. Okay? This minus sign, circle it right here. I want you to change it to a plus sign and put the minus up with the 4. You see that? And the reason I want you to do that is because when we distribute the 4 through, I want you to make sure that that minus goes with both pieces, right? Otherwise, you'll forget to do the minus with both pieces. So change that to a plus and put the negative up with the 4. So when I distribute him through, what will he become?
Negative 4x minus, no, plus 12.
Plus 12. Okay, so I'm being really lazy, and that's what my new top is. And it's over the bottoms. I'm being really lazy because I don't want to rewrite the bottoms. Okay?
What would you do if there wasn't a 4 up there in front and it was just x minus 3? Would you put
Then
that
I
there?
would put a negative 1 on the top. Does that make sense? So that's a good question. So what she's saying is if there was a negative here, if there was a minus sign here, but there was no number here, I would put a negative 1 so you make sure you distribute the negative 1 through. That's a very good question. Okay? All right. Okay, so I'm being really lazy because I'm not writing my bottoms, but let's put the tops together. So 5x minus 5 minus 4x plus 12. Let's put stuff together.
X,
5x minus 4x is just x, and negative 5 plus 12
7,
plus 7 all over that whole bottom.
yes.
Whoa.
That whole thing. There you go. That's all. Okay? Good? All right. On your homework assignment. Are you ready? On your homework assignment. Oh, we're skipping example 4, example 5. Huh. Yay! Beautiful.
On the homework,
Okay.
can you go over number 4?
Wait, 4 and 5.
Can we go over 4?
Sure, we can. We can. Okay? So for the people still watching this recording, they want to go over number 4, just so that you make sure you get this one right. 3a and a minus 1. Okay? You're just finding the least common multiple. Just wait. You're just finding the least common multiple of these two pieces. Okay?
I already know.
Teachers, just a heads up, grades 7 through 11 girls, there's going to be a meeting at about 2:30 in the high school library. Nobody is to be dismissed at this time. I'll dismiss when it's time for the meeting. Just wanted to give you a heads up.
What? All wrong?
Girls 7 through 11. Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
well, I have to
What'd
ride
you
the
do
bus,
this time?
so.
At 2:30.
So.
It's before school gets out.
Okay,
Yeah.
because we get out at
Yeah.
2:39.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So 3a and a minus 1. Here we go.
Somebody probably stole something.
Watch this one. This is number 4. Watch. Ready? 3a and a minus 1. Trapped or not trapped?
Not
Trap, it's trap.
No.
It's
It's
both. This one is not trapped, and this one is yes trapped. Okay, so this one is a little bit confusing. Okay, you need to find a least common multiple. So what I know is that I need to have a 3a included, right? I know in my denominator I need to have a 3a, and I know that I need to have an a minus 1. But here's the problem. This a, let me switch colors. This a is not the same a as this a, right?
Sure.
Because this is a non-trapped A and this is a trapped A. Okay, so normally when you go through here, you're like, I need to have an A minus 1, but I already have an A, so I just need a minus 1, right?
Still need the.
But you still need the A because one of them is a trapped A and one of them is not a trapped A. Does that make sense? So what's your denominator going to look like? What's your least common multiple going to look like?
3a.
Times A minus 1. You need to have both of them. Because this A is not the same A as that A. One of them is a trapped A and one of them is not a trapped A. So they are two different A's. They might as well be two different variables, right? Okay? So this is what your LCM is going to look like. Good? Okay. So for your homework, you guys should have 1 through 6 done, right? Right? Yes? Okay. From there, just do the evens. So just do 8, 10, 12. You can cross these guys off. Okay? And then on the back side, evens also. So just these guys. You can cross these guys off. Okay?
I remember.
Do you want to get a start and like I can go through number, I don't know, 20 with you? No, 22?
Sure.
Do you want to go through number 22 together just for one more example? Okay, let's do one more example. All right, 22. This is the last one, and then I'll let you guys work on your own. Okay? 22. Trapped or not trapped? Trapped.
Whoa.
Because?
Why did you drop
Why
it?
are they trapped?
It's trinomials.
Because they're trinomials. They're pluses and minuses on the bottom, okay? So, these guys here, you want to break him down, multiply, and add. What can you multiply to get negative 12, but when you add them, give you 1?
4.
What combination of 3 and 4?
Wait.
Negative
No.
3, positive
Oh, they're
4.
Y's. I'm sorry, I'm trying to rename
No,
my stuff.
positive 4,
Why?
negative 3, because it's a positive 1.
That is legit what I just
No,
said.
you said it the other way around.
I said
He probably said negative 3, positive 4, which is the same thing. He's just doing him
It's
in a different
not.
order.
No,
When Luke whatever
You
Luke
guys
says is
in
wrong,
recording,
always. Okay.
Please inform us. You guys can like go back and find out who said what.
Oh, right. Oh, I don't know.
No,
So he's
Luke's
gonna have to
just
watch it.
wrong.
Yeah,
Luke's
but
just
it was
wrong.
more like
If it comes out
But
of Luke's
if it comes out of
mouth,
Luke's mouth, it's wrong. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Multiply to get 8, add to get 6.
2 and
4 and wait.
4 and 2.
4 and 2. Pluses, minuses, one of each.
Both.
Both plus. Plus 4, plus 2. Okay? So, my denominators, I always set it up like this. Something minus something. Okay? These are my two pieces. All right. In your denominator, you know you're going to have a y plus 4. So, write it. In your denominator, you know you're going to have a y minus 3. What's my third piece?
Y plus 2.
Y plus 2, because the y plus 4 has already been used. We don't need to write them twice. Okay, so write that for both of your pieces. Y plus 4, y minus 3, y plus 2. Okay? All right, go answer that quick. Okay? All right, next. Okay? All right, moving on. Let's go to the next thing.
What is it?
All right. This top part, here we go. This top part, y plus 4 minus, or y minus 3. What does he not have that he needs? He needs a y plus 2. So what do you do with that y plus 2?
Multiply it by 7.
Multiply by 7. 7 and y plus 2. Okay? Now looking at the right side one, what does he not have that he needs?
Y plus minus 3.
Y minus 3. So what do you do with the y minus 3?
5 times that.
Take it times 5,
Change
right?
5 to negative.
Yes. Since it's minus, everybody watch that. Since it's minus, you're going to change this to a plus and you're going to change the 5 to a negative. Okay? Now let's just do the tops. We'll be lazy.
Hey, I can tell you what the parentheses is.
Okay? Give it to me.
7y plus 14.
Okay, hold on.
and-
7y plus 14. Okay?
And 5 minus 5y plus 15.
Right, you betcha. Okay, now we can put it all together. I'm just being really lazy because this is all over the bottom stuff. I'm being really lazy. If you want to do that too, you sure can. Okay, putting this stuff together, 7y minus 5y goes together, and that is 2y, and then 14 and 15 goes together, and that is plus 29 all over. Now rewrite your stuff. Those three pieces. Y plus 4, y minus 3, y plus 2, okay? Beautiful, 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 all right? Not too hard of a process, right? Just a lot of work, okay? Write your work down and then you'll be fine,
Okay, are we done now?
okay? We are done.
Can I go to the bathroom now?